Today is Sunday, and I'm recording this because I was having. One second, I'm gonna make sure. I have my window up so you can hear me. I'm recording this because I was having some issues this morning today, and I was feeling like I was in a place of confusion. And I'm not going to claim that feeling because I made a decision that my last season that I just left was entitled Running from Confusion, and I purposely entitled it Running from Confusion because I refused to be captured by the confusion. Like, I made a decision that I was not going to just lay down and allow confusion to take over my life. I was not going to do it. So therefore, confusion has no home here in this season. Okay, this is the season of clarity. This is the season of peace. So I'm sure that I'm not the only one that has those days where you feel as if, okay, what am I doing? Like, I feel like I'm totally out of alignment with my purpose. I feel like I'm just living, and there's nothing wrong with just living, because you do have those seasons where you just need to live and embrace the moment and embrace the journey, and that is always awesome. However, we never want to lose our focus from our purpose, and that was how I felt today. I kind of felt as if I needed to revisit the blueprint. And, a lot of people, when you say something about revisiting, recreating, renewing, they get kind of iffy about it because you feel as if you failed. And let me be the first to tell you that revisiting your blueprint does not mean that you failed at all. It actually means that you're smart. That actually means that you are taking the time, you're taking ownership of your life, and you are taking a moment to reevaluate yourself, where you are, what you're doing, and how that aligns with your purpose. That is a great thing. Do not let anyone make you feel that because you're taking a pause and you are making a decision to reevaluate where you are in your life, that is a bad thing. That is absolutely not. Perfect example, the CEO of Starbucks made a decision that he was going to literally stop. Like, literally, he actually stopped, and I don't know if it was for a whole year, but he made a decision that he was going to pause and reevaluate the company because they were not going in the direction that he felt that they should have been going as far as his purpose. So I ask you now, are you in alignment with your purpose? If you're not, listen to me carefully. Do not, and I repeat, do not change your goal. Now, a lot of people feel that, okay, I'm not in alignment with my purpose. Maybe just wasn't for me. Maybe I need to change my goal. Maybe I need to go back to that vision board, scratch that out, and add something else to it. No, do not change your goal. Do not change your goal. Do not change your goal. Simply go back to the blueprint. Revisit the blueprint and make a decision as to what needs to be adjusted in your blueprint. Now, so what I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to be intentional about going back to my blueprint. I'm going to ask myself a few key questions, and that is, am I in alignment with my purpose? What am I doing every day that's going to guarantee to get me closer to my goal? Am I making the conscious decision to reach out to those people that I need to reach out as far as resources? Do I have a to-do list that consists of one or two things minimum that is going to keep me in alignment with my goal? These are questions that you have to ask yourself because, like I said, over these last couple of weeks, switching seasons in my life, I fell off a little bit because I was kind of like totally not stopping to ask myself these questions. I was just living. Like, I wasn't living in a bad way, but I wasn't in alignment with my purpose 100% like I feel I could have been. I was really on my IMs though. Now, don't get it twisted. I definitely took time to meditate and in the morning say my IMs, declare my IMs over my life, and create that space of energy that I wanted to have. So these few weeks weren't bad weeks. However, these few weeks allowed me to get back to that mental space, that spiritual space that I needed to be in, for me to take a moment and say, hey, wait a minute, B. Okay, Now you're back on track with your meditation. Now you're back on track with your I ams. You're back on track with your spiritual life and making sure that all of this is in alignment. Now let's get back on track with your purpose. Where are your goals? What do your goals look like? So I'm challenging you guys to sit down and ask yourself this. I absolutely love Sundays and Mondays. I love Sundays simply because those are my regroup days. Notice we're back to the root word right? So Sundays is the day I call regroup and detox. I take a moment and I regroup. From everything that's happened from the last week, I want to sit down and reevaluate everything. I detox. Anything that I feel that is not necessary, I have to forgive myself for things that have happened the week prior, any shortcomings, anything that I didn't get a chance to accomplish, anything that I feel that I may have fell short on. And then I regroup for the next week. Now this is where you go to your blueprint and you're going to ask yourself, okay, what do I need to change in this blueprint to get me back in alignment with my goal, with your goal? That does not mean change your goal. Now there's always room for improvement. And if you want to add goals, that's always great. But my point in this video is going back to the blueprint. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with going back to your blueprint and making it better. We're growing. We're always evolving. That's the one thing that I had to learn and tell myself. I used to beat myself up all the time, like, Bianca, you're falling short. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And then I realized, like, wait a minute. I'm always evolving. I may not be that person that you seen 2 days ago. I may not be the person that you met 5 minutes ago. There may be something in me that has changed, that has improved me, that has helped me to get closer to my goal. So today I'm challenging you guys to take a moment, evaluate where you are. Be forgiving for whatever it is that you may have fallen short with, whatever you may not have caught on to. If you're in the process of learning or growing, it's okay. Be forgiving with yourself because we can be our worst critics. And trust me, you have to learn how to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to, because whatever you say, you are listening. So if you are downing yourself and you're telling yourself, oh, I suck at this, I'm never going to get it, I'm always moving slow, X, Y, and Z, guess who's listening to you? Guess who's believing those things that you're saying about yourself? You are. So I want you to be forgiving with yourself as you're going back to your blueprint. Sit down and ask yourself real questions. Like be a critic as well, because that's how you grow. So ask yourself, what do I need to improve in my life? Me personally, I know the things that I need to improve. The number one thing is being punctual. That is something that I am going to tackle. I promise you, it is definitely on my list of sitting down and going over my blueprint today. So ask yourself, what are these things that I need to work on within myself? How can I get to the next level? Am I consciously taking steps every day to get me to my goal? Am I surrounding myself with the people that are going to help me to get there? Matter of fact, ask yourself, are you surrounding yourself with the people that care enough to help you get there? Because that could be an issue. Watch who you're having fun with. Some of those people that you're having fun with are simply those people to have fun with, not to grow with, not to get to the next level, not to evolve with. And that's okay. Have your separate sets. Just know the difference, okay? So we're going to revisit our blueprint, get back to the basics of what we first said we were going to do within our plan, and we're just going to get that thing back on track. And it's okay. Forgive yourself. It's going to be all right, because remember, the number one key is speak life. I don't know if you can see it, but speak life. Okay? So, yeah, that. You guys have a wonderful day. I look forward to getting back with you on the next video. And we're just going to keep this thing going because we're growing together. This was a random video. As you can see, I'm over here, no filter, no makeup. Whatever, whole point is getting to that goal, you know what I mean? So you guys be great. I am Bianca Lynette signing out with your Speak Life Chronicles. Talk to you soon.